Hi, I'm Steve, and today we're going to unbox this ATI, or ATI, which is the latest operator in the Swinggate family. It offers high torque, low maintenance, and easy installation. Let's get to it. Right, so let's look inside. First thing I've got is a bag of fitting accessories, so the bolts, the cable glands, and the emergency key is in there, which we'll talk about later. I have a capacitor here. You'll only get the capacitor in the 230 volt version. The bracket for the rear end. The head bracket or front bracket. And the instruction manual. Finally, we'll get the operator out. That's heavy. There it is. And if I put that there, ooh, there we go. So let's get rid of the box. We don't need that now. Let's concentrate on the operator itself. So you can see it's dark grey colour. This is die-cast aluminium, so it's robust, it's rather sleek looking. It is IP54 and it comes in two variants on length. So it will move a 5 metre gate, and that's up to 1,000 kilograms, or it will move a 3 metre gate, and that's up to 800 kilograms. This one here is the 5 metre version. It also comes in two voltages, so I can either have a 24 volt version or a 230 volt version, and that's in both the 5 metre and the 3 metre. Looking around at the front, so I've got my mounting point for my head bracket that we saw earlier. I move up now into my emergency release. Emergency release has been slightly redesigned, looks more modern. So it uses the same, let me get the key out the bag. So it uses the same key as before, so you can lock and unlock the operator from there. Good little tip for you, this one, we've redesigned it. If you're one of these people that loses the key, now we've redesigned it so we have a little piece for the key there, so you can shut that, no one knows it's there, and you know that you're not going to lose the key. Just talking about the emergency release, we can change this out for a remote version. The remote version uses a cable. The cable runs to wherever you want to have the other end of this, and as you turn the key, you can then operate the operator manually from wherever you are. Moving back then, we have access to the electrics at the top and the bottom. So that's your cables coming in, and you'll be able to do wiring at the top. And then moving around, we also have the rear bracket. So let's have a look at fitting. Let's turn it over and have a better look at where we're fitting. So I've got two fitting points at the rear. I've got a little bracket there, and at the front I've got a pin, in which case to put the head bracket on. There's the head bracket. So once I've fitted my head bracket, I can slide my motor into the head bracket. That gets bolted up, and then on the back you've got a range of movement there. And when I also bring my rear bracket in, you can see that that will move, so I can move it to whichever hole I need in order to get the best geometry. Just talking about geometry, on the 5 metre version of this, the C max is up to 155 millimeters, so really good. But of course that's only half the story. We now need to look inside at the mechanical stops. The easiest way to do this is to take the front cover off first. So there's two screws in the front cover, and there's these two screws at the top here. Once they're out, I can slide this off, and I'll dispense with that for the moment. As the worm gear turns, it will move this up and down. So we're going to set the open and close stops. So I'm going to undo it with this 5mm Allen key. Same here, so there's two bolts. If I'm doing a very minute adjustment, I can just turn it. But you can see to turn it that far would take quite a long time. So what I'll do here is, if I undo it, once they're out, you should be able to move them. You can see that's a lot quicker than before. This would be at either its open or its stop position. I'll do them back up, and you can see that one now doesn't move. And I do the same with my other stop. Just also to mention, in this end of the operator is where we house the actual motor, and on the end of there is an encoder. So the encoder is used to tell the control panel exactly where the operator is at any point in its travel. How do you use this? Well, we could use it, for instance, for adaptive torque control. So if you have inclement weather, snow or leaves in front of the leaf of the gate, as that's pushing, it's going to take a little bit more torque than it did yesterday when there was no leaves in front or no snow. So within a set parameter, the operator will know that there's something in front of there. It will be able to push through. The advantage is you don't have to come out and adjust it all the time, anytime that happens. Also, you've got better diagnostics. Just a good tip for you, the encoder will run with CAME Connect and the CAME key. So there's a good advantage for you there. So that's your first look at the new ATI operator. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of our products, we have our website, which you can go onto. You want to learn more about our products, go into the link which is on the screen at the moment, and you can come to one of our training courses, face-to-face, or even online, as we have an online presence as well. And we look forward to seeing you.